Guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm rebuilding Sunderland, currently in the Championship. I've not been in the Premier League for over a decade, I think, and they were very good when they were in the Premier League. Kenwyne Jones, they had the goalkeeper Gordon, they had some good players over the years, but now let's rebuild them and take them back to the very best of English football. Guys, Expert Khan has been reviewed as the new manager of Sunderland in the Championship, and hoping to get back into the Premier League. It'll take some effort and some time, guys. Be patient. I've got team. This team will require a lot of effort, guys. We need to have a lot of players over 70 in order to take them back to the Premier League. All them players, Kenwyne Jones. They had a good goalkeeper, Darren Bent. He was actually very good up front. But for now, they've got 71 and 69 overall, and they've got 6 million. Yeah, they've got 6 million at the transfer value and the transfer budget, hoping that we can actually sign some good players. Let's go hunting. Guys, here's my first shortlist of this new series with Sunderland, hoping that we can get into the Premier League and go even further up the table. We've got 3 players in the shortlist. Sam Greenwood, currently playing for Leeds United, age 20. He can play in the cam area. Centre CDM Baptiste, Shandon Baptiste, currently playing for another Premier League club, Brentford. And Jack Taylor, currently playing for Peterborough United, age 24. He's got some experience. Let's go approaching Peterborough for this guy. Guys, first Sunderland signing under the belt is Jack Taylor from Peterborough United, here for 2 million, and his weekly wage 4,000. First handshake with Expert Khan in the Sunderland home ground. Let's see if he can get into the first 11. Guys, second signing, and this one is from Leeds United, currently playing in the Premier League. First handshake with the coach and the head coach, Expert Khan. First handshake with him as well, and he looks good. Hoping that he can get into the starting 11, no question asked. Guys, third signing under the belt, and he's a free agent, Filip Helander. He's a Swedish international. Excellent deal, free agent, that's why. Hoping that he's above 72, should get straight into the starting 11. Guys, going to the first game, this is my starting 11, and the new signing Helander, who's got the most experience in the team, is the captain for the new season. Hoping Expert Khan can take Sunderland back to the glory days in the Premier League. Guys, first game of the season at Stadium of Light. Stadium of Light, a dangerous stadium to visit for the Premier League top teams, even Manchester United, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool. They've all lost here. Stadium of Light is a fortress for Sunderland, but for now, let's focus on Huddersfield, who I'm going to be rebuilding in a couple of days time. But for now, let's go to the kick-off. Guys, players are making their way onto the pitch for the very first time in this brand new season, hoping that Sunderland can take 3 points. They'll have a lot of work to do here, especially with the new signings. They can really achieve it. A top half of the table finish would be decent for Sunderland this season. Is Diallo? Is he going to cross in? Clark's coming in, and Sunderland missed their opening chance. Is Clark? He shoots. Another great save from the Huddersfield goalkeeper. The first game is a 2-0 victory. Stewart with the brace for Sunderland. What a start to the season. Guys, I'm going to simulate all the way to January and see if we can actually get up to the Premier League promotion this season. Let's simulate. The simulation has begun. No defeat so far in the league, and first defeat to Cardiff. So I'm going to simulate all the way like this to January. See you in January. Guys, already in January, and looking at the results, some poor run of form. We've been losing nearly every game. Look at the table where we are. This is the FA Cup. We've got a game against Port Vale, but for now we are rock bottom. 6 points off safety, just over the halfway point of the season. We really need to turn things around, guys. And Burnley, West Brom, Sheffield United, top 3. Burnley really running against the top. Well, there's a big gap between the first, second, and then the third and fourth. So Burnley and West Brom running away with the title race. Huddersfield just managing into the top 6. Bottom is Sunderland, rock bottom QPR, and then Blackpool. Guys, ever since Clark's injury in October, Sunderland form have really dipped. The results have turned from win and draws to defeats and draws. So Clark is back, hoping that we can actually start taking points against our opponents. Guys, another big January transfer window signing. Luis Romo is Mexican international, and another free agent. All we can afford is free agent at the moment, guys. Well, 76 CDM position. He's definitely getting into the starting 11. Guys, a round 3 game at the Stadium of Light against Portvale, hoping that we can get something out of it. Oh, yes, we do. Amad Diallo scoring the brace for Sunderland, and they march on to round 4. Guys, end of January, and we are in round 4 replay against Lincoln City, hoping that we can get into the round 5. We need to beat them. And yes, we do. Stuart O'Neill with the goal in the second half. Sunderland march on to round 5. Guys, we are continue to simulate towards the end of the season, hoping that we can actually survive in the championship. 1-0 victory over Luton, followed by 2 defeats. Another victory against Blackpool. We are still in the FA Cup, but just been beaten by Crystal Palace. So I'm going to see you in May, guys, hoping that we are still in the championship. Guys, with only 1 game remaining, that's against Bristol City away from home. Look at the result, 3 wins in April, followed by just 1 victory against Middlesbrough. And let's go check the table. Yes, we are 13 and definitely staying in the championship. We're more likely to go up than the going down. 1 game remaining. What a turnaround by Sunderland in the second half of the season. They were struggling in 24th position, rock bottom, with just 5 victories it was, and now they managed to get 9 victories it was in December, and they managed to get another 6 victories and managed to save themselves and staying in the championship for yet another season. Guys, the season has ended, and let's go and check the table. We managed to stay in the championship, of course. 13th in the table, that is midway in the table. That is absolutely fantastic. But the league leaders, the championship has been won by Burnley and Watford, automatic promotion. Norwich, West Brom, Millwall, Sheffield having to play the playoff bottom of the table. Blackpool, Birmingham and Rotherham all gone down to League One. Not good scenes for Birmingham, guys. They had to really stay up. What a big team they are. And the FA Cup, winners is Everton. They managed to beat Leicester City, and we were beaten by Crystal Palace in round 5. And in the Carabao Cup, we were beaten in round 1. That is a bit of embarrassment for Sunderland. They should be getting into at least round 3. And the championship playoff was won by Norwich, winning 4-3 on penalties against West Bromwich Albion. Champions League was won by Liverpool, beating City in the final. Europa League won by Arsenal, beating Inter Milan in the final. And Conference League, Villarreal beats Feyenoord in the final. So that is number 1 season done. Let's go to the second season. Guys, in the second season, we've got a whopping 11 million to spend, and having looked at that team, we definitely need this 11 million. Who we gonna put on the left hand flank? We need a 69 rated Clark, who is absolutely fantastic in the first season. Greenwood is finally happy with his board, and we need a right back, as Ballard can't really play in the right back position. I'm happy with the board, and because they've given me 11 million to spend on this team. Guys, first big signing for Sunderland in season number 2, still in the championship, is Lewis Baker. First handshake with the board. He is happy and kicking off with this training session, hoping to get into the Sunderland starting 11. And a whopping 72 in the CDM position. What a season it would be. What a signing it is. 3 million, and we still get a bad negotiation signal from the game. Guys, I always love a free agent, and guess what? I've got one. Jose Acosta, the Argentinian free agent. 20 years old, I think. Excellent deal. Hoping he's absolutely a baller. Oh, he's only 67, 17 years of age. He can really grow into a great player. He's Argentinian as well. Guys, another free agent, Florin Tanasi, is Romanian international centre forward. He's excellent deal, and I think he is just above 70. I used him in the Birmingham series rebuild. He is 72. That is fascinating, and he should be getting into the starting 11. We've just accepted a transfer offer 3.5 million for Daniel, 70 rated. I'm not quite sure if I actually used him so far in this rebuild, but he's gone to Turkey now. Guys, another summer signing in the second season. You will guess where he's from, guys. He's South Korean international, 19 years of age. I've got a deal in from Wolverhampton Wanderers, and he's training with us, hoping to start in the first game of the season. And he's 68 overall. That is decent. Is he going to get into the team? Let's go to the team and check it out. Guys, going into the second season in the championship, this is my starting 11. Clark seems to be unhappy with his position, but he's get on with it. Greenwood is hers, semi-content, and Baker, his first appearance in the season with Sunderland, and Tanas, another signing in the summer. Guys, I started the simulation in the championship. One defeat already to Luton Town in July, but now we will have to be kind of working a way through and try getting into the Premier League. Probably another season in the Championship by the looks of the results so far. I'll see you in January, guys. Guys, already in January, looking at the results, some of them were absolutely fantastic. Going back to September, let's go check the table. Ooh, the Sunderland, the Black Cats are in middle of the table, and they need to get into the Championship playoff. They are currently 6 points behind Bristol City, and the top of the table are Crystal Palace and West Brom, just 3 points apart from each other. And bottom of the table is Sheffield Wednesday, Millwall and Peterborough United. And in the FA Cup, we actually played Bristol City and wanted to play them in the league so we could take 3 points away from them. But for now, let's go to the FA Cup kickoff. Guys, a bit of a change here in the team. We've made a few changes in the starting 11, but for now, let's go and see if we can actually beat Bristol City. And 2-2 draw. Tanas with the goal. Scott and Tanas, and Scott brace for their team. What a player he is, Tanas, the Romanian international. Guys, already in January, looking at the results in December, 3 wins, actually 4 wins and 3 defeats. That is 50-50. 3 defeats in a row in November. Let's go check the table. Oh, we are currently 7th in the table, a point behind QPR, 2 behind Bristol City, though they are the 2 teams that we should be beating all towards the end of the season. Crystal Palace and Southampton leading the race for the titles. West Brom just 4 points behind Crystal Palace. Bottom of the table is Sheffield Wednesday, Peterborough United and Derby County. Guys, a very tough fixture for Sunderland in the middle of the season in January. They are 1 point behind the playoff promotion spot. But for now, let's go to the Stadium of Light and take on Bournemouth. Guys, players are making their way onto the pitch in the FA Cup round 3. Sunderland are really dangerous in the Stadium of Light, especially within 7th position, just a point behind the playoff for the Premier League. They were nominated to go down a season ago. Expert Khan have made a U-turn and taken them up to the Premier League. They are just 5-6 wins away from that spot, securing that spot. Tanas, big name in Sunderland history, hoping to take them back to the Premier League. Oh, chance for Roberts. He's into the box. Yes, he's into the box. Cross comes in. Great block by the defender. Oh, I think he's been penalised for handball or something. Yes, he has been penalised. Sunderland with a chance to take the lead. Tanas to take it. Should be scoring. Yes, he does. 1-0 to Sunderland. Only 5 minutes on the clock. Oh, through ball to Clark. Is he going to lob the keeper? Oh, he tries dinking it in. Keeper makes the save. Defender cleared it for him. And the full time is 2-2. Andre and Semenyo with the goal for Bournemouth before Tanas equalised in the 86th minute. Guys, the season has ended. Full 46 games played. Crystal Palace are into the Premier League. Southampton as well. Just 2 points above Leeds United. Sunderland just missing out on the champion for the Premier League playoff and relegated down to League One. Peterborough, Derby County, Sheffield Wednesday. And the FA Cup winners Manchester United beating Aston Villa 2-0. Carabao Cup goes to West Ham beating Chelsea 3-2. All promotion is for Bristol City. They are in the Premier League beating West Brom by a goal. And UEFA Super Cup was played between the two English sides. Liverpool losing out to Arsenal 3-1. Champions League goes to Juventus beating Bayern 1-0. Tottenham beat Real Madrid in Europa League. What a game that would be. And Conference League, Ajax beat Manchester City in Conference League 4-3 on penalty shootout. Guys, into the third season with Sunderland still in the championship. We've got 18 million to spend this season. I've got a small shortlist to show you guys. I've actually signed one player. I'm having to sign this Milik Salihovic. He's Bosnian, he's wonder kid, 18 years of age, and his potential is very high. And I've got a Crystal Palace player, Askilston. He's Norwegian. Bogle, I'm trying to sign him, and he's really expensive. This guy's playing for Coventry City. Skills moves only 2 stars. Weak foot 2 stars. This guy Baptiste. Let's approach Brentford and see if we can actually sign this guy. Guys, second signing of the third season is Baptiste from Brentford in the Premier League. First handshake with the manager, Expert Khan, and he is in Sunderland getting his training underway. Ooh, 74 rated. Oh, market value 4.5. We paid him 13 million, a bit too extravagance there. That does leave us with just 3 million. We need to sell some players in order to invest into better players. The guys going into the third season have got fantastic central midfield positions. As Baptiste 74, 73. Greenwood was very unhappy in the first season, and Baker is here as well. Tana 73. I'm not quite sure why this guy isn't happy. If he's not happy, he has to just go off the field. Yeah, I might as well put someone else in who is willing to play for the club. Bennett 70 overall, and this is my team, so hoping that we can get into the Premier League for this time around. Ballard comes in the centre back position. And guys, let's go to the first game of the season. First game of the season is against West Bromwich Albion in Stadium of Light. Ooh, 2-2 draw. Bennett and Tana scoring and Grant with an equaliser late on. Guys, after a draw in the first game against West Bromwich Albion, I'm going to simulate the season all the way to January and see where we are in the league. Guys, already in January and looking at the result, guys, I'm thinking we should be in top 6. No defeats in November, just 1 defeat to Pompey in October, another 1 defeat to Luton in September. Let's go check the table. Yes, guys, we are in the top 4 and gunning for. We're not getting the top 4. We're not getting the automatic promotion. We're just in the mix from 3 to 6, guys. It's really close to call. And only 4 defeats so far for Sunderland. Sheffield United standing in our way. We want to finish as high as possible, get the morale kicking in. Guys, the January transfer window is open, but we've only got 3 million to spend. I'm not going to really go for anyone, but unless I can find a good free agent. Guys, to add depth to the team, we've got Amir Adijanovic. Ooh, Amir Abdijanovic, excellent deal. He's a free agent, guys. Hoping that he's 70 plus 64. Not really what we wanted, but that's my signing done in January transfer window. Checking the contracts halfway through the season. I'm going to have to accept it. That I'm going to have to be very kind to my players. Give them the contracts they want. And hoping that they do accept it and stay on in the club for another few seasons. Guys, a tough FA Cup game in the round 3 against West Ham United. Hoping that we can make it to round 4. We'll have to beat West Ham. And yes, what a victory. Tanas, Baptiste, and Baptiste with a brace. Pepe scored. I think that's the former Arsenal man playing for West Ham currently. 3-1 victory into round 4. Guys, what a game in the round 5. After beating Aston Villa and West Ham in round 3 and 4, we've got a game against Hull City. And we just a defeat. Tanas opened the score. He actually equalised. And Ozan Tufan, what a player he is, scoring 2 goals, actually missing 1 penalty and scoring 1. Hull City get to the round 6. I think that's the quarterfinals. Well, Sunderland are out anyways. Guys, already in May and 2 games remaining. Some good results in April. 3 wins in a row. What a win that was against Stoke City away from home. Defeat to Luton and Ipswich, and a defeat in the FA Cup to Hull City. Another defeat to Preston North End, but a decent run on form. Let's go check the table. And guys, we are going up. We are going up. And guess what, guys? 2 games remaining only, and we are 6 points ahead of Hull City. And Hull City have got goal difference for 10 goals behind us, and only 8 defeats for Sunderland this season. They are going to the Premier League. Well, actually, they have to play through the playoffs. And they're going to play Burnley, West Brom or Sheffield United. Watford and Leeds really running away with it. Or Burnley are just 3 points behind Watford, who's also played a game more. Leeds United, 107 points. Bottom of the table and relegated is Oxford United, Stoke, Portsmouth, Ipswich, still having to fight for the relegation safety. Guys, here we go. The decider for Sunderland's and Hull's fate away from home. And Sunderland have been defeated. Allahiyars with the goal for Hull City. Let's see if they actually close the gap with 1 game remaining this season. Oh, a win for Hull City means the fate of the Premier League is in their hands. 2 points ahead of Sheffield United, and Sunderland definitely playing the playoffs against Burnley, West Brom, or Hull City / Sheffield United. Oh, first game is at home against West Bromwich Albion, who's also looking to get into the Premier League after a long last. Let's quick sim the game. And 1-1 draw. Tanas and Mulumby with the goal for Sunderland and West Brom. Oh, this is the game, guys. This is the game. Can we actually do it? Let's quick sim. And yes, Sunderland have made it to the playoff final. It's Tanas with the goal. What a player, what a striker he is. Free agent, and he scores the only goal to take Sunderland to Wembley. Oh, guess what? We've got Hull City, the Tigers. Oh, North Yorkshire. What a team they are. They've got Ostapina up front. Sorrentino, Christie. What a team they've got. They've made it. They scraped it through the league just in the last few games. They managed to get themselves into the 6th place, and then now they are 1 step away from Premier League. Guys, players are making their way onto the pitch at Wembley for the last time this season, and they could be going to the Premier League. Sunderland versus Hull City. Hull City got a story to tell you. I'm telling you, guys, they just scraped it in. Sunderland had to fight well with Expert Khan. 3rd season, Expert Khan in charge. And in the 4th one, they could be in the Premier League. Let's go anyways now. Oh, Tanas is beating his man. Oh, what a trick. Is he going to look the goalkeeper? Oh, he does. What a save. I think he just got a bit too cheeky. Tanas scoring in the semis. Should be scoring this one. Free kick to Sunderland. Is he going to shoot? He's always looking for the goal. But oh, penalty has been given. I think it's Christie has been penalised. The former... Yes, Woods actually, the captain, has been penalised. He struck his hand. Let's see. Oh, just a bit. Oh, I think that's a bit harsh. But anyways, we've got a chance to make it. Tanas, is he going to score? Yes, he does. 1-0 to Sunderland. 8 minutes into the game at Wembley. Sunderland make it 1-0 through the penalty of Tanas. And just about get it clear. Not properly though. Chance for Hull City and over the bar. And corner to Hull City taken quickly. Oh, they have scored. I'm not going to say it's been against the run of play, but Ozan Tufan scored in the league game beating Sunderland. Has scored again against Sunderland within a month's time. Sunderland won. Hull City won. This time, it's Tanas again. Should score. Slides it past the post again. Chance for Sunderland. It's Tanas. Oh, down the middle and he scores. Guys, chance for Hull City. Keeper makes the save. Fantastic. Baker. Yes, advantage to Sunderland. Tete scores. Greenwood should be scoring. 3 out of 3 for Sunderland. Oh, Smith scores, but still advantage Sunderland. Clark, the starman of the season, scores just about. Longman misses. And Sunderland are in the Premier League. Yes, they are. What a win. 4-2 on penalties. 2 saves from the goalkeeper Patterson. And Sunderland dream come true. The Black Cats are in the Premier League for next season. Celebrations all around the stadium. Sunderland fans are absolutely living the dream here and going to lift the trophy. What a game it has been. Sunderland took the lead but conceded straight away and almost conceded the goal, the winner to Hull City. And O'Neill, what a captain he is, on the verge of leaving Sunderland the first season at expert card and now to lifting the Championship playoff trophy in the Premier League for next season. And just to recap the season, Leeds United won the Championship, and in the Premier League, Sunderland are into the Premier League winning the playoff. And Manchester City won the FA Cup, beating Wolves 4-1. Carabao Cup winners Tottenham winning on penalties against Fulham. Juventus beating Spurs for UEFA Super Cup. Champions League winners Man City beating Real Madrid 2-1 in the final. Napoli beating Spurs 4-3 on penalty shootout. And Fiorentina defeated to West Ham like IRL.